Hey kids, welcome to Unit 3, Lesson 3, Traversing 1D Arrays exercise number 6. Kids, you know I love a good Lego set. We're going to go ahead and do B Lego sets. Let's jump in and see what we have to code. The Lego class declares an instance variable of a 1D array string values to store the names of Lego sets that have been created. In the Lego class, we're going to write getAllSets, and this is a method to return a string containing the name of each Lego set in the 1D array set names. Each Lego set name should be on separate lines, as my little example down here. And then in Lego Runner, we're going to call the getAllSets method and I'll print the results. In Lego Runner, I have my 1D array. It is sets. This looks like a bunch of Lego sets that I could build. I don't think I have any of these, kids. We're instantiating an object, Lego sets. It's passing along our 1D array. In Lego, we have one 1D array, and that is set names. We have one constructor. It is taking that array, set names. And then we have a method, getAllStrings, and this is what we have to write. The point of this lesson is to look through that 1D array and print off each item one at a time. And how are we going to do that? We are going to use a while loop. You've seen while loops before. We've seen this in Unit 1, while the painter can move, paint. And what the while loop did is it ran as long as it was true. As soon as it was false, the painter can't move. We exit the loop, continue our code. This is the same while statement. We're just going to add some different components to it. First, we're looking through an array, so we're going to need to know what index we're at. The first thing we're going to create is that index. Usually, we set it to 0, but we can set it to whatever starting position we would like. Then we have our while loop. This is while, some parentheses, and some curly cues. Inside the parentheses, we want to give it a Boolean statement. This Boolean statement is going to say as long as the index is less than whatever array list that I'm looking through, we want to continue this loop. Inside the loop, I could do whatever I want. Print, add, multiply, you name it, a while loop can probably do it. Finally, don't forget after whatever we're doing, we have to increment our index up. If we don't increment up, we're going to end up in an infinite loop. That's how I create a while loop. How do I do that in this code? Well, I need an index, so we're going to create an int index. It's going to be equal to 0. Then I'm going to do a while statement, my parentheses, and my curly cues. I'm going to say end of while. My return statement is outside my while loop. Inside my while, I want to go through my entire array. I want to start at 0. 0 is index. And I want to go through the entire length of the array. The array name, that's set names. So we're going to go through the set names array, and we want to go through the length of it. If it is 10 long, we want to go through all 10. Now, what do we have to do inside? Well, we want to get each one of these names and then print it off. And you can see we have a string result, and we're returning a result here. This is a pretty big hint. Our result is going to be a string of all of the names of all the Lego sets. We're going to say results, and we could say equal results, or we could use our plus equal to say results plus the previous results. And we want to get that set names array. And how do we know which spot we're at? Well, we tell it what index we're at. At index 0, print this one. At index 1, print it. At index 2, print it. But we want them on different lines. So we're going to concatenate. We're going to do quotes. We're going to do our escape sequence return line. That's /n. Don't forget your semicolon. Last thing is we need to increment up through our loop. This is a common mistake I see students make. We have to go index plus equal, or we could do index plus 1. That's going to loop through each one of our array elements and print it off. Let's go over to Lego Runner. we have to print this off. Our object is called Lego sets, and we are going to call that get all sets method we just created. And we want to print this off, so this should be in a print statement. So we're going to go system.out.println, parenthesis there, another parenthesis there, and a semicolon there. Now when I hit run, I should get each one of these sets print off one on each line. Well, let's see if we're right. It says results. I bet you the variable name is result. I spelled it with an S, that's plural. It has to be singular. We delete that S. Let's clear our console and hit run. Now we're getting each Lego set printed off, one on each line. Looks like our code's working as it should. Key takeaway is understanding what traversing is and how to do it in a 1D array. Traversing, or traveling, is just going through the array. On my example up here, my array scores has 3 integers, 75, 90, and 83. The index corresponds with each one of those numbers, 75, 0, 91, 83, 2. In our while loop, we're going to search through each one of those indexes as long as we're less than the length. The length is 3. We start off at 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes. We print off the score at that index, which would be 75. Then we increment 1. Now our index is 1. Is 1 less than 3? Absolutely. We print off our scores at index 1. That's 90. We increment up again our index. Now we're at 2. Is 2 less than 3? Absolutely. We print off the scores at that index, which is 83. We increment up. Our index is now 3. Is 3 less than 3? No. We exit the loop. As I've said in other videos, one of your FRQ questions is going to be 1D arrays, and you will be searching through them to do something. So this was really an important skill to know. Hopefully this video helps you understand traversing 1D arrays a little better. As always, kids, if you have any questions, come see me. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next lesson. See you later, kids. Bye. Bye.